Hi everyone, it's Sarah from International Smiles, and today I'm going to talk about the different ways you can pay for your dental treatment whilst overseas. A question we often get asked is not only how do I pay for my dental treatment, but when do I pay for it? So I'm going to cover those today. First of all, at International Smiles we send our patients to 3 different countries, so I'm just going to do pretty much a general one for that one. So it doesn't matter whether or not what country you're going to, the best way of course is paying in their currency. So for instance, if you're going to Manila in the Philippines, you'd pay in peso. That way you don't incur any fees and it's the easiest option. It doesn't matter which country you go to, if you pay in their currency it's always going to be the easiest and best option. After that, the next one of course is credit card. My best advice is, if you are paying by credit card, is always ask your bank what kind of fees you'll incur. Every bank will charge you fees, and sometimes they can be a little bit cagey on the different fees, so my best advice is really go into your bank and ask them what kind of fees you will incur and how much they'll be. You'll always incur an international transaction fee, and you'll normally incur also a percentage of however much you're paying. So make sure you know those before you go in. Always make sure you tell your bank what country you're going to, what dates you're going to be there, and let them know that you'll be using a large amount of money, for instance. That way they won't shut down your card when you're overseas and withdrawing thousands of dollars. Okay, so the next one is a travel card. A lot of people think a travel card's a great idea and they get talked into it by some corporation. However, I personally don't recommend a travel card. The reason I say this is so many of our patients over the years have got a travel card because they thought that was the best option, and they've been told they won't incur any fees and they can take any amount out that they've put in there, and it's not true. You will incur some fees, and often they have a limit, so when you go to pay you can't actually get the amount out that you need. So honestly, I'm a little bit wary of travel cards, and they've been out for a few years now and I still haven't found one that I personally would recommend. Next I'm going to cover is cost of treatment. As we go through the process you'll always get a cost estimate, and it normally covers all different types of, for instance, crowns. But when you're at your dental clinic they'll go through the pros and cons of whether or not, for instance, you had a composite resin crown all the way up to a porcelain crown. My best advice is just go with whichever one is in your budget. Always listen to your dentist, but go with whichever one is in your budget. Lastly, I'm just going to cover when you can pay. So everyone's dental treatment is different. Some people may go and only need 1 day of dental treatment, therefore you can just pay on the day that you have it and that's it. However, a lot of people that are going overseas for dental have quite extensive dental treatment and need to go a number of times during this trip. So you normally just pay per day. So for instance, if I went over and had a root canal today, I'd pay for my root canal today. If I had to go back in 4 days to get my crown put on, I would then pay for my crown. So it's pretty much, well, pay each day that you go. That way you kind of know where you're going with your total and your budget. That's my best advice. Of course, if you want any more information, you can call us on 1300 140 040, or you can email us inquiries@internationalsmiles.com.au, or of course if you just want any more information, head over to our Facebook page, International Smiles. Thanks for watching. Bye.